Yo, guys, what's going on? If you can hear the sound of my voice, it means one thing: you are alive, and that in itself is a blessing. Life, it's indeed a gift. And regardless of where the pendulum swings, we have to be absolutely grateful for life. There's a reason why you're alive, and that in itself, like I said, I repeat again, is a blessing. Guys, thank you so much for what you do for us. Augusto TV Africa, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for all you do for our community, the likes, the comments, everything. We see them for engaging our content and telling everybody about what we do here at Augusto TV Africa. We are indeed incredibly thankful to you guys. So, guys, today is going to be a lot of gist, a lot of conversations around everything that happens and it's happening around Afrobeat. And today, I need you to actually buckle and sit tight because, yo, there is gist, there is interesting gist. So, let's dive right into it. So, guys, in 3 days, Wizkid is going to headline a show in Dominican Republic. It's an amazing show that's been put together to celebrate music and celebrate Afrobeat as well. And there's no other person to represent the Afrobeat movement other than Wizkid Machala himself. But that's not the gist. We're expecting that when everyone is excited, everyone is gearing up to see what's going to happen. Of course, Wizkid always delivers on stage. He's always killing it. His performances are always great. And of course, coming from the back and forth with all debacle between him and Davido, this is, another time where we'll see him on stage after the whole rift in the club and all that stuff. It's a lot of BS, but we're not actually even going into that right now. Because honestly, what we really care about is the music, right? So, he's going to be in Dominican Republic headlining an amazing show. And of course, we will always support him. And the FCs are solidly behind him. Speaking about the FCs have actually just, been so supportive. We reported this yesterday. And, some people were in the comment section saying, oh, what are his fans without him? Wizkid is Wizkid, but his fans are truly his support system. Yeah, I get that. For every big artist, there's the fan base that sticks right behind them to support them and give them all the push and energy. But this time, I just really personally feel like they're just trying to prove a point, which is not bad. If it translates to the numbers, it's good. But I've never really seen a push this much ever since Wizkid dropped any project. FCs have been so united, and I dare say that I think that it is because of the rift between Wizkid and Davido and the FCs and the 30 BGs, because everyone is just really trying to prove a point right now. But it's working. It's working for the FCs and it's working for Wizkid because Piece of My Heart that he features, Burn Fires, is doing incredible numbers. It's charting across the globe right now. That record, like I say, is amazing. It's an amazing record. In my opinion, I repeat again, it's a classic and I absolutely love it. Right now, it's charting and doing incredible numbers. And I think that, the support that Wizkid is getting from the FCs is incredible. There are streaming parties. People are actually teaming together to, form groups, to stream this record and get it to, a certain number. Every day they are waking up to set targets to say, okay, we want to get this record to this number today. And they're actually doing everything possible to make sure that happens. I've never, ever seen a support system this huge. And of course, it's so beautiful to see and I really love it. I absolutely love it. But like I said, I just feel like these guys are actually trying to prove a point, which is not bad as long as it translates to the numbers and Wizkid is on the charts and is staying on the charts and winning. The charts don't lie. You can see it for yourself that he's actually on top of things, charting in different countries of the world. And of course, it's beautiful. I love it for Wizkid and I love it for the FCs. Well, congratulations are in order and we can't wait to see him in Dominican Republic in 3 days, shutting down that show and actually performing this song. We don't know if Brent Fayez is going to go on that show with him or go on stage with him. We don't know what the details are, but fingers crossed because we'll be watching and waiting to see a Wizkid magic. Yes, definitely. The crowd is definitely going to pull him to sing Piece of My Heart, definitely. I can bet my dollars on that one. But it's going to be a great time and we'll have our fingers crossed for that one. Okay, so the year is winding down here, and of course, there are conversations around the best artist of the year, and this conversation is peaking. And of course, we represent Afrobeat and everything around it, and so we must bring you all the G's, right? So, I mean, for me, no particular order, I have ASAKE, Mr. Money with the Vibe, who has undoubtedly completed a trifecta. His latest project, the Lungu Boy album, has done quite incredible numbers, and of course, from the back of a successful tour to a global debut and global recognition left, right, and center. I'll find it interesting if people do not think that Ashake deserves to be the artist of the year, because he's been really, really consistent. His run has been impressive. He's really done. More than I expect of him. Because for me, this is from his personal standpoint. Anyways, I think that he's the one who's going to get the Artist of the Year, award, because he solidified his place in the Afrobeat conversation, and it's just really, really, really fair that he gets it, because his run has been quite impressive. And of course, I'm not saying the other guys are not working or doing their bits, but there were no really particular, albums or chart topping songs coming from the other guys. And by the other guys, I mean like the Burners, the Wizkids, or Davido, who are undoubtedly one of the biggest threes, in that sense. So I think that Lungu Boy, Ashake, Mr. Money with the Vibe, it's on a run to actually clinch that, and I think that it's well deserved in my opinion. But it's up to you guys. Tell me what you think about that. We also have Rema with the He Is album, with banging tunes and a sold out homecoming concert in Benin City. That show at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium was something that people did not stop talking about for a long time. And of course, he's had multiple certifications, banging tunes from Uzeba, Matcha. He has had the street on lock and still has the street on lock. And I think that album is actually a great album. It's a great project, and of course, he deserves to be in the conversation for the guys who are actually churning out to be the artist of the year. Rema is absolutely cooking, and we absolutely love it. But that's that for that. So you can tell us, is Rema your guy to be the artist of the year? We also have Thames with the Born in the Wild album that have actually done incredible things. She's touring. It's been crazy. Recently there were reports of her doing over $1 million in tour sales, and it's been quite impressive. A lot of people are saying that album was specifically done for the outsiders. By the outsiders, not really like Afrobeat centric in that sense, but to just appeal to a foreign audience. I don't think it's true, because there were amazing songs on that project that actually just speaks to us as an Afrobeat inclined community, if I have to put it that way. So I think it just speaks to everything. It speaks to music in general, and I think it's a beautiful project. We have Arya Star with The Year I Turned 21, and it's still gaining massive push. Interestingly, I've been seeing a lot of ads around that album, and Arya Star has just been everywhere promoting this project. I think the project is a decent project. It's an amazing project, and she actually solidifies her place in the conversations around who the biggest female Afrobeat star is. I think if you want to actually get into that conversation, there's no way you're gonna miss out Arya Star, and I think that she has actually earned it and deserves a place to be the artist of the year, in my opinion. Again, I say, of course, we have Young John's Jiggy Forever. Jiggy Forever is one album that I absolutely personally love, and I think that Young John has actually just worked himself out. He's just been everywhere. That album came out and the push was crazy. He was touring and people were singing the songs, singing the songs from the album word for word, which just actually just gives you a sense of people are actually enjoying this project, or people have actually enjoyed this project and still breathing and living it. So it's beautiful to see, and I think that Young John actually still gets to my own list of the artist of the year. We have Lo Shay Professor. Shay Vibes dropped a banging album, and of course, a lot of people have been talking about that one. I don't know what's going on with Shay Vibes right now. Of course, on his Instagram page, for example, he's taking down everything. It's on zero, and I really don't know what's going on because I think that that project was really, really solid. Yeah, it might not have stayed on the charts. It might not have done incredible numbers as we would expect of, Shay Vibes. And a lot of people were pitching him side by side with, ASAKE and all that, which I think is unfair. But I mean, in that conversation, I think that Loshe Professor's album would find a way into the conversation of, gaining traction to be one of the best albums that have been released this year, and I think that it's not far-fetched to actually nominate him to be one of the artists of the year 2024. Wrapping up the news this time, we have Rema in the news. Rema has just teamed up with a jeweler to release a stunning piece. To be honest, this is one of the finest pieces I have seen in a long, long, long time. So his piece is inspired by Rema's Benin City roots. I mean, with the bat symbolizing Rema's connection to his fans, representing freedom, rebirth, and new beginnings. This was according to the jewelers called A Jewelers. So I mean, it was curated and crafted in over 6 months, over 6 freaking months, and is laced with 18 karat gold, VVS diamonds, and 524 carats of emerald gemstones and 12 carats of red ruby. Guys, this is one piece that actually just blows my mind because I'm like, yo, guy, I understand that you love nice pieces, but this one is top in my list of all the pieces that I've seen Rema actually rock. Guys, are you actually feeling this? Can you see this magnificent goodness that is staring at you in the face? Do you think that this is beautiful and what speaking on? I absolutely feel that Rema is in his elements right now and he can do whatever he wants to do with his money. And this piece just solidifies or just explains the fact that he's absolutely in the conversation to be or one of the goats of Afrobeat, in my opinion. But guys, tell us what you think in the comment section. Do you think that this one is one of your best of Rema's pieces? Let us know in the comment section. Tell us what you think about Wizkid and his FCs actually feeding off some type of energy to actually gain traction for the Piece of My Heart record in preparation for the Mariah album that drops in a couple of days. Countdown, actually. Tell us what you think about this and more in the comment section. I'll be right there to reply every one of it. Catch you on the next one.